What's up, guys? How we doing? How we doing? Hope you all are doing well today. Getting started here in just another second. Does look like all teams were sold and paid for. So thank you guys so much for that. If you are ever looking to get into any breaks in the future, though, make sure you check out our Discord. I do post all unsold, unpaid for teams in the Discord before we go live. I will drop that link in the chat for you guys now. But without further ado, we have 5 hanger boxes of 2021 Donruss basketball. All cards will ship. Good luck, everybody. Let's see if we can pull some fire for you guys. Second break of 4 today. We have Kevin Love, Lonzo, Gary Harris, D. Rose. There is Steven Adams, Steph, Michael Bridges, Darius Garland, Bogey, KD, DeMar DeRozan, Torrey Craig, MPJ, Schroeder, Julius Randle, Caruso. There is Brooke Lopez, Doug McDermott, Miles Turner, Mike Conley, Paul Millsap, Marcus Gasol, Derek Jones Jr., Hernan Gomez, Andre Drummond. There is Bielitsa, Thomas Bryant, Harry Giles, Elfrid Payton, Danny Green, Kyle Lowry, Brandon Ingram, Devin Booker, Zach LaVine. Then we have a green flood, Michael Bridges for the Suns, Mitch Robb for the Knicks, and Great Expectations, green flood, Obi Toppin for the New York Knickerbockers. There's a Great Expectations base of Okongwu for the Hawks. League leaders, Ray Allen for Milwaukee. Complete players of Rudy Gobert for the Jazz. Devin Vassell, Rook for the Spurs. Toppin for the Knicks. Ant-Man for the T-Wolves. Kenyon Martin Jr. for the Rockets. Elijah Hughes for the Jazz. Woodward for the Kings. Brennan Carey for the Hornets. Azubuike for the Jazz. Denny for the Wiz. And Okongwu for the Hawks. Number 2. We have Scary Terry, Vooch, Eric Gordon, Devontae Graham, Cody Zella, Dennis Smith Jr., J.J. Redick, James Johnson, Bob Covington, James Harden, Kemba, Jarrett Culver. Then we have Sabonis, Josh Hart, THJ. There's Pascal Siakam, Zion Williamson, second year for the Pels, T.J. Warren, Draymond, Taurean Prince, Tobias Harris, Jonathan Isaac. Then we have Jordan Poole, Luke Kennard, RJB, Elf, Danny Green, Kyle Lowry, Brandon Ingram, D-Book, Zach LaVine. There is BC, Tristan Thompson, Montrez, Green Flood of Dennis Smith Jr. for the Knicks, Clint Capella for the Hawks, and Great Expectations, Patrick Williams for the Bulls. There is Power in the Paint of the Cat for the T-Wolves, Complete Players AD for the Lake Show, Franchise Features of Dame Dalla for the Blaze. There is Jalen Smith for the Suns, LaMelo Ball for the Hornets. There's Stanley for the Pacers, Ramsey for the Kings, Nawara for the Bucks, Maladone for the Thunder, Malachi for the Raps, RJ Hampton for the Nuggets, Poku for the Thunder, and Isaiah Stewart for the Pistons. Closing out all second hang box. As mentioned, this is our second break of 4 today. We have 2 more Donruss breaks going on. We have a 2 Blaster 5 Fat Pack break scheduled for 9:30 Eastern. And then another 5 hang boxes at 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. As always, you can find all of our breaks in our eBay store, and all unsold, unpaid for teams will be on the Discord right before we go live. No breaks tomorrow, but we'll be back on Friday. We have more Donruss basketball, hoops basketball, optic football, and maybe Prism basketball. Definitely Prism basketball breaks, though, starting Monday for sure, if we don't have one up for Friday. Also have some Prism soccer going next week, along with more Donruss basketball and hoops basketball. And if you're new to the channel, we do post every single break that we do in the eBay store. And then every single team that did not sell or get paid for on eBay gets dropped in Discord right before we go live to give you a chance to grab a squad. And always Monday through Friday on the breaks. All right, let us see hanger number 3. We have PJ, LMA, Bismack, Aaron Baines. There's Kyrie, Triple J, Fibble, DeAndre Ayton, Jarrett Culver. There is Saw Bonus, Josh Hart, THJ, Pascal Siakam, DiVincenzo, RWB, CP3. There is Hernan Gomez, Drum, Fournier, Rui Hachimura, KPJ, Rudy Gobert, Bledsoe, D-Mitch, Chris Middleton. There is Buddy Hield, Gordon Hayward, Brad Beal, Keldon. Then we have Big Ben Simmons, Zoobs, Miles Bridges, Kobe White, Serge Ibaka. Then we have Green Floods of Vooch for the Magic. There is Depot for the Pacers. And Fantasy Stars, Green Flood, LeBron James for the LA Lakers. Congrats, LA. Nice card. Franchise features RJB for the Knicks. Fantasy Stars base of Big Ben Simmons for the Sixers. Franchise features of Ja Morant for the Grizz. Nico Mannion for the Warriors. Tillman for the Grizz. Desmond Bane for those Grizzlies. Quick for the Knicks. Najee for the Nuggets. Sadiq Bey for the Pistons. Nesmith for the Celtics. Killian for the Pistons. The Paw for the Bulls. And Cassius Winston for the Wiz. Closing out all third Hang the Bucks. Number 4. We have Josh Jackson, Jordan Clarkson, Clay, Seth, Dylan Brooks, Wood, PJ, LMA, Bismack. There is the Joker, Bertans, Otto Porter Jr., Bob Covington, James Harden, Kemba, Jarrett Culver. There is Saw Bonus, Josh Hart. Then we have Miles Turner, Mike Conley, Millsap, Marcus Gasol, Derek Jones Jr., Hernan Gomez. Drum, Fournier, Mello. There's KCP, Chris Dunn, Nerlens, Ja Morant, second year for the Grizz, Shamit, Bogey, Buddy Hield, Green Floods. We have Bam Adebayo for the Heats, Giannis for Milwaukee, and rookie Kenyon Martin Jr. for the Rockets. Great Expectations, Vassell for the Spurs. Franchise features of D-Book for the Spurs. Great Expectations of Ant-Man for the T-Wolves. Skylar Mays for the Hawks, Saban Lee for the Pistons, Tyler Bay for the Mavs, Tyrell Terry for the Mavs, Peyton Pritchard for the Celtics, Maxey for the Sixers, Josh Green for the Mavs, Kyra for the Pels, Jalen Smith for the Suns, and another LaMelo for the Hornets. Closing out our fourth Hang the Box. Fifth and final hang the box. We have DSJ, JJ Redick, James Johnson, Grant Williams, Andrew Wiggins, Kevin Love, Lonzo, Gary Harris, Derrick Rose, Kevin Porter, Sekou, Jamal Murray, John Collins, Braun base for the Lake Show, Blake Griffin. Then we have Ricky Rubio, T. Ross, Kristaps. There is Kawhi, Giannis, Mitch Robb, Cam Reddish, Karis LeVert. There is Derek White, Duncan Robinson, DeAndre Hunter, Bielitsa, Thomas Bryant, Harry Giles, Elf, Danny Green, Kyle Lowry, Brandon Ingram, D-Book. Then we have Green Floods of Cody Zeller for the Hornets, Kyle Kuzma for the Lake Show, and Great Expectations of Isaiah Stewart for the Pistons. Complete players of Trey for the Hawks. Then we have franchise features Zach LaVine for doubles. Great Expectations of Kyra for the Pels. There is Stanley for the Pacers, Ramsey for the Kings, Nawara for the Bucks, Maladone for the Thunder, Malachi for the Raps, Hampton for the Nuggets, Poku for the Thunder, Isaiah Stewart for the Pistons, Vassell for the Spurs, and Obi Toppin for the New York Knickerbockers. To close it out, I am going to put together a quick little hit recap for you guys with some of our bigger hits from the break. All right, some of our bigger hits from the break. We got Braun base for the Lake Show, Ja for the Grizz, and Zion for the Pellies. Complete players of Trey for the Hawks. Franchise features Ja Morant for the Grizz. Great Expectations of Vassell for the Spurs, Ant-Man for the T-Wolves, and Okongwu for the Hawks. Bigger base rookies, we have Bane for the Grizz, Quick for the Knicks, Sadiq Bey for the Pistons, and Nesmith for the Celts, Killian for the Pistons, DePaul for the Bulls, Peyton Pritchard for the Celtics, Maxey for the Sixers, Vassell for the Spurs twice, Obi Toppin for the Knicks 2 times, the Ant-Man for the T-Wolves, Kenyon Martin Jr. for the Rockets, Denny for the Wiz, Okongwu for the Hawks, Nawara for the Bucks twice, Maladone for the Thunder 2 times, Hampton for the Nuggets twice, Jalen Smith for the Suns 2 times, and Mr. LaMelo Ball for the Hornets twice. We got Great Expectations, Green Flood of Isaiah Stewart for the Pistons, Obi for the Knicks, and the Paw for the Bulls. Green Flood of Giannis for Milwaukee. Green Flood Rook of Kenyon Martin Jr. for the Rockets. And Green Flood Fantasy Stars, LeBron James for the LA Lakers. That is going to do it for the break. We'll be back on at 9:30 with more Donruss basketball, and those auctions are in our eBay store now. Should be ending in about the next hour and a half or so. Thank you guys so much for joining. As always, peace and love all.